What's up, YouTuber? Here with
Swifty, aka Ethan Senecal.
and we're at Edmonton Regionals. We got done today, and what were you playing?
I was playing pure tier.
And how'd you do?
I got 5th place. I went X1.
X1. What was your loss?
I lost to Flunderies, lost to dice roll.
Oh my God.
Got statued, made a low misplay, and then I got shifted. So
There was a lot more flunder than I thought.
there was a good amount of flunder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cole played 2. I know. So
Josh played 1.
I basically just said if I get shifter, I get shifter. I played around it a few times though, but it's what it is.
I heard people talking you up over playing around the shifter, so that was great. So yeah, let's get into wow, look at that map.
It's beautiful. I love it. I love this card.
Yeah.
I have some ideas for this card. This card is insane, in my opinion.
Alrighty, yeah. So let's get into the profile, my guy.
For sure. So my deck count is 40 cards. We'll start with the tiers. So we play pretty standard, right? The 3 Rhino Heart, 3 Sharon,
Whoever
3
would have guessed.
Happiness, 3 Mary. Just maxing on the tier names. You're playing 40 cards. You want to mill them, right? I've seen people play 2 Rhino Heart. It's incorrect in tier, right? This is your main starting point. You want to play it. If your Rhino Heart gets negated, you're using the Sharon. So these are your starting plays most of the time. Fucking crazy card.
Happiness, yeah.
So many times
Let's
people
you
are
play
like, thinking about negating the Halfiness, and it's like they didn't, and then I'd mill a tier or 2 tiers,
Yeah.
and they'd be like hands in hand. Bro.
You just play on like
Oh.
you still go for
Play on their
opponent-
turn,
yeah.
make Dragos to Palia. You can make Kaleido Heart if you have an extra tier name in hand, because then you go Kalos send, you send Rhino Heart, and then Rhino Heart trigger send another tier, and then you make Kaleido Heart and you have Dragos to Palia. You spin and you
Yeah.
get a negate, and if they don't have the Dragos to Palia, you have a negate for your own turn. And
So-
it just ruins Sprite. Like
so-
Sprite can't beat that.
When you go first, or sorry, when your opponent goes first, you still go first.
Basically, I won 1 dice roll today.
One
Dice roll.
Yeah.
Lost all my other ones. So this deck is super good at going second. It can go first just as well. So that's why I played it.
Yeah.
Danger tier can't go second nearly as well unless you draw like the Super Polar or Dark Ruler.
Right.
With Snow being banned, I think there's less incentive to play that deck. You can still do the Griffin line, but like I think Snow is a big loss for that deck.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And I think this will catch on until the Ishizu stuff comes out.
Yeah. Yeah. This Shisu stuff will just make this deck tier 0.
Yeah, so to round out the monsters, we play a Snow.
Just cut it.
You
Play
cut
something
this
else.
and I didn't need this. Like this card is just icing on the cake.
Yeah.
You don't need this to win.
Win
You
more.
don't.
This
It's
is
just a
win
win
more.
more button.
Yeah.
So literally just cut this, play Upstart, whatever the fuck you want. Nessie, I don't care. Then for hand traps, we played 3 Nib.
Yep.
Good hand trap, right? Kind of high impact. Played 3 Crow, 3 Ash.
I did go 3.
Yeah. 3 Imperm. And I was playing Valor, but me and Cole played in the locals the day before.
Yep.
And we saw there was some tier, but it was mostly Runic Sprite or Sprite variants. So we were thinking we want to play to build to beat Sprite. I ended up playing 4 or 5, I think 5 Sprite decks, 1 tier, the Flunder. No, I played 4 Sprite, 1 tier, 1 Flunder, and then a branded deck. So we basically built to beat any Sprite variants, especially Runics. So I'll explain with the hand traps. Like Nib, obviously, they don't play around it, punishes them really hard. DD Crow, you have to play this because of tier. It also can eat like the Roan Tone, which is nice. Or if they're trying to get something back off the elf. I remember I drew 2 of these, and I stopped his elf on his turn and my turn, and then he didn't play because that was his main play. Imperm, crazy card. Sprite never plays around it. If you top tech this will just win you games. Ash plays under Shifter. Plays under Shifter. Plays under Shifter.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to do with my hand traps.
Right.
Valor doesn't play under the Shifter. The Runic cards, if they go in draw phase and play the card, you can't Valor them. And you just lose so much advantage. And what, you want to Valor a Gigantic Sprite when they already have 4 monsters on the board? Like, you fucking lose. So, like, what's the point?
Yeah.
So all these hand traps play under Shifter, and they can play in the draw phase or standby phase if you need to, for whatever reason. That
Okay.
was the logic.
Okay, cool.
And then for the cut for the Valor, because I still had 3 spots, I just played Super Poly. if Sprite plays around this, their board's shit most of the time. If they play into this, like if they want to starter out a carrot or a red for whatever reason, and they have their elf on board, you just 2 summon, super poly. Draw phase, if they have it on the board, you just priority draw phase, super poly, and they're screwed.
Super poly's
Super poly's nuts. You're playing a fusion deck, why not play this? I wasn't playing this before, but I was thinking of all the cuts for Valor, and this was definitely the correct call. This card was crazy.
Yeah,
for me.
no, the card's nuts.
Yeah, should have been banned in my opinion.
Should be banned, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So we play 3, 6, 9, 12, 18 going second cards, including Helfinus.
I can't wait.
Then we play the Palorinos, obviously, 3 of them. We play 2 Desires. Fucked me over 1 game, really bad. Instant Fusion, you draw this, it's a win button. It's crazy, stupid,
Fucking
should be banned.
Saki.
So Saki.
Saki won us.
Rhoda, searches Rhino Heart. Terraforming, searches your field spell. I used to play mine in an old version, but I figured people were too prepped for mine, so I didn't play it because of that. So then we played 4 traps. I played 1 Sullick. So the reasoning behind this is I played like a decent amount of cards going second that are kind of bad, like including the Sullick, the Snow, and then the 3 Dinomischus. So if I play a second Sullick, it's kind of shit, to be honest.
Right.
So I figured, like, if I had draw Desires, I'll just try and Kakalos to get the Sullick before, and then I Desires after, and I never have to worry about this. Like, if you mill this, whatever, you get a tier name, you just don't play with it.
Yeah.
It's fine. I didn't miss the second one at all, so I'm glad I cut that.
Okay.
The Dinomischus are crazy. These are your... this card's nuts. It triggers your tiers on your opponent's turn. It gets rid of all the floodgates that screw up your deck. Gets rid of mine. It also can chain to your own Imperms and the Sullick or theirs and summon back. It's unaffected. Aqua level 2 can go into Elf on your turn, then set up Mary plays. It's crazy.
It's a nuts card.
It's so versatile. Like, you play Cosmic, like this card does 10 times more. The only problem is it's mainly good going first, but you just side out this for Cosmic.
Right.
So that's main deck 40. Then we'll do the fusions. You play the Kaleido Heart, the 2 Kit Kalos, because I don't know why people play one of these. I know the extra deck's tight, but like you can't grind with 1 Kit Kalos. You can't. It's really hard. Play the Mud Dragon, the Garura, and the Predator Plant. You could play 2 of these. Could come up. But I never felt like I needed a second one.
Yeah.
Because I just recycle it and then can summon again if I summon a Kakalos.
Yeah.
So it was really not necessary. We'll do the links. So I played Dark, Best Charmer, wanted to play Area, didn't find the room. Would have been the next card I put in. IP, it's crazy because it sets up Zoroboros plays.
Mm-hmm.
How you win a lot of matches is if you get, let's say, shifted, or sorry, not shifted, cherries. Let's say they cherries your Kakalos. That's what I did to one person. Is I just set up this with Elf and something else I had. But anyways, I just made Zoroboros. Like, this card's crazy. Clears whole boards, clears all the back row, comes back. If he desires, he's big. He's a nuts card.
Yeah.
Then you play the Elf because this card sets up Snow.
It's a good card.
This card should be banned. This card's ridiculous.
Dude, the fact that you can just, like, it's just nuts, actually.
Yeah. Then for XYZs, we're playing the Toad and the Bahamut Shark. It's nice to set it up an Omni-Negate when people are on evenly match and stuff. In this deck, this also grabs back your Rhino Heart and grabs back another card I'm playing on the side. That is crazy. You also then can just turn this into the Elf. If they negate this, you can turn this into a Zeus, which is also crazy. So that was kind of the theory. Zeus was the last card I put in because I figured with any XYZs, if they get negated, like the Redoer or the Bahamut, then I can just go Zeus and clear stuff at least, and like, it's pretty nice. We play the Dweller. I actually didn't summon this once today. It's really good. But I didn't
It
summon
is really, well, I mean, especially in the mirror.
Yeah, I just didn't.
So with the mirror, and they're like, oh, wow, I scoop.
Yeah, I just didn't summon it.
Didn't need to.
Didn't need to. Super poly crazy. So yeah. And moving on to the side, this is where we put a lot of work into, in my opinion, me and Cole. Shout out to Cole, by the way. We played the cowboy on the side for time, so you just swap. This is why I probably didn't make Dweller a lot. It's because I was swapping out Dweller most of the time for this, especially in the Sprite decks.
Right.
So I know one matchup I made the Toad, and then I cowboyed him. So like I was protecting it,
Yeah.
right? Pretty nice. So we played the cowboy on the side. We played Pank. Didn't draw this once. Good in theory. Beats over a lot of stuff. Then we play the 3 Cosmics. We side this out for the Deinamiscus going second, so that's the trade-off. And then we play the Duster. I was playing Lightning Storm in here, but you play the Field Spell Pellerino. So if you draw that, like top deck it, then you can't activate it. So this you can top deck at any point, it's good. And outs all the floodgates. And then into the last 9 cards, we played Cherries. So we knew that there was going to be a lot of Sprite, and I'm playing the Elf. And like between Gigantic Sprite and Elf, if I hit Elf, there's so many. Like there's a few games where I would hit the Elf, and then they would combo a bit, and then they'd make 2 cards, and then they try and link them, and they're like, wait, I don't have Elf. And then they would just sit on 2 XYZs and I'd kill them.
Yeah.
Everyone's so used to playing with Elf. Like it's such a broken card. So this card was really good for me today.
And you also can just get Callus in the mirror, right?
Someone did that to me, and it wasn't that good.
No?
Like I definitely would put it in because like if your hand isn't like crazy, it hurts a lot, and it messes up the grind. But like it's not like a game ender.
Right. Yeah.
Like I would say Crow is like way better. This card is decent, though, I'll be honest. Then we played 3D Barrier.
Yeah.
So the theory behind this is we wanted still going first card because like we're playing a lot of go second cards, right? Even in the side and stuff. So just for going first, some comfort card to just turn off maybe a fusion or XYZ deck. The thing I really liked about this is it's reactive. And out of all the reactive ones, I think this hits Sprite and Tier the best. Calling XYZs on Gigantic Sprite is really nuts. And if they're playing the Runic version, you can call Fusion, and they can't summon the Halfinus.
Oh, yeah.
And that keeps them off their level 2. It keeps them off the whole Runic engine. And if you have anything else on your tier board that you set up, you just hit the first level 2 and they lose. Like,
Yeah.
unless they have starter, like, unless their hand's crazy, they don't really play through that. Like, it's nuts. These were second and third best cards in my deck, for sure. The best card in my deck, Dogwood. This card, going into game 3, if you have about like 20 minutes or so in time, typically combos like your opponent or yourself like take around 10 minutes, just rough estimate, like with going back and forth, whatever, with hand traps. Then you play, it's another 5, whatever, and then it gets to this point where like you're up 10,000 life points and they can't really do anything. And they start making really bad plays because like they know every time they summon, I'm gaining life points. So their board's even just weaker. This card in game 3 is just max C. This card can add back this card.
So negate, add back.
Negate, add back.
I saw it happen.
Win.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
The dude is just like, he's like, add back. You look at your graveyard, you're like, add back dog riddles, and he's like, oh, there's nothing really I can do, can I?
No, there isn't.
No.
This card adds back Rhino Heart, but it also adds back Dogwood. And if you're in game 3 and you add back Dogwood, you're winning. Hands down, no matter what. It's good against every meta deck right now. Thunder, maybe not, but like every deck is special summoning. Mind you, you have to use this when they commit to a special summon that you know is happening, like a starter or something, because if you don't, your life points will get halved. So you still have to play this correctly. You can't just like shotgun.
No, it's not
this.
free. It's not.
It's not free. So just keep that in mind when you're playing this card.
Yeah.
MVP, for sure.
It was wild.
It was
funny.
wild.
Yeah.
That's the deck. Wouldn't change much besides snow, honestly. Like, maybe try and find room for area, but like, you could try maybe not playing the Toad and Bahamut, but that stuff was pretty nice. So, I don't know. The deck was super solid to me today.
Yeah. Well, yeah. X1 shows
X1,
itself.
yeah.
Congratulations, and yeah.
Shout out to Cole, by the way. We made the side deck together in the list. He's my practice partner. Shout out to Collector's Lane, our local store, and shout out to everyone who goes to Collector's Lane. You guys are a great community, and I wouldn't want to play anywhere else.
Awesome.
And shout out to the Vault for the great regionals.
Thank you, guys.